Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Alan Wake, where today we go in search of an awesome heavy metal farm that maybe has a dragon on it, but first I guess we gotta find Barry. Listen, I'm not saying that I think it would be great if we never saw Barry again, but I am saying priorities, Mr. Wake. Maybe we could go to the farm and have heavy metal time first. Oh wait, he's alive.
I was trying to get out of the car, but the ground gave way. Man, what a drop! And don't worry, your cutout is fine.
Forget that. Are you okay?
I hit some bushes, didn't get a scratch. There's no way you can climb down, though. It's like a sheer wall.
It is like a sheer wall, that's true. Actually, you know what? If Barry was keeping the cutout because he thought Alan would really want to have a cutout of himself, that's kind of endearing. Also, it's 100% believable because Alan Wake is very conceited, and I could see Barry legitimately thinking that. I could see how his relationship with Alan would have led him to that.
Barry, it's a taken! Use a flare, Barry!
Oh, yeah!
Barry, are you alright?
I'm good, Al. I'm great. Guess you never messed with anyone from New York City before, huh?
Yeah, the flares don't actually solve the problem by themselves. You also have to have a gun. Whatever, he'll be fine. I'm sure he's fine.
You're gonna have to find your way around to the farm, Al. I'll be waiting.
Barry, just wait for me, okay?
Al, I'm not staying
Alan,
here. It's suicide.
who are you pointing
Go to
at?
the farm. I'm gonna go ahead and secure the area. You can catch up. Don't worry about it. I'm on the case.
Now he's Rambo. This would turn into a disaster if I didn't catch up with Barry.
He totally does have the cutout under his arm, though. That's that's kind of adorable. Also, sorry, just the visual of that is really really landing for me. I was about to make fun of Alan Wake for talking with his hands while he's the only one present, but then I realized that I do that all the time. You guys can never see because, you know, I'm the only one present, but I actually gesticulate quite a lot while talking to the recording. Especially if I ever say that I want you to do something in the comments below, hand makes an arrow pointing down every single time. Okay, well that's fine. If you could just like make me a walkway down to the ground, it could really accelerate this process for everybody. Let's see. So it sure does seem like we're going away from the farm for a little bit here. It's gonna be one of these times. Well, maybe I shouldn't be going this way then, but I see a light over there. Probably we should get to the light, right? Is that birds? Do I hear birds? Oh god. Turn on the thing, turn on the thing. Now stand in front of the thing. Yeah, take that, wheelbarrow. Oh, that's a different... Okay. That wheelbarrow kind of got me. Alright, well things seem to have calmed down a little bit, but we definitely did not get all the poltergeisted objects. Oh, that's a coffee thermos. Look at it. Look at it glittering in the distance, drawing us forward with its siren song. Yep, I knew it. I knew it had to be a trap. Oh, check out my dodge. Nope, dodged right off the platform. Great. Great work. Oh, that's not great. Oof. Did you see me jump as an attempt to dodge there? Not effective. Oh, this is bad. Get to the farm. Stop telling me what to do. There's coffee on the line. I will get to the farm eventually. Again, like I said, priorities. I'm gonna go stand in this spotlight for a moment. This is me in the spotlight. Kind of in the corner. Definitely lost my religion at this point. Alan, is this your alert crouch? That's gotta be hell on his knees. Okay, well I think maybe the barrels can't get up here, so I'm gonna go get that coffee now. Okay, it sounds like the barrels did in fact manage to make it up. But everything's fine. We're fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine here. How about you? I mean, I want to go down there and search. Oh, I probably should not stop right here. Okay, here's a little safer. Do I think that down the mine shaft is going to be the way forward? I guess let's go look. Maybe I should turn that light on, just in case any of this stuff comes to life. Man, it's getting real spooky out here. Also, it looks like this is probably not a way forward.
The car at the Anderson farm, Walter felt relieved. Oblivion was close at hand. The brothers wouldn't miss a jar of moonshine or two in the booby hatch. But then he saw the man on the porch, and he knew who it was. Driving for his life and knowing it was useless, he didn't realize he was crying until he couldn't see the road for the tears.
Well, now that's a very interesting story about a whole lot of stuff we don't know anything about. Maybe he gets to the farm and he recognizes Barry. He's like, oh god, I can't handle even one more second of that guy's company. Do we know a Walter? I'm trying to figure out if I'm unfamiliar with the name Walter because I'm supposed to be or because I'm forgetful. Okay, we're gonna try this again. Come and get me. Actually, very effective. Alright, let's try to lure this thing out. I was gonna try to lure it to stop in the beam. Didn't quite work. And now it's stuck on a thing. Also, that is unpleasant. Oh, perfect, perfect. Got him. Okay. That'll buy me a little bit of time to explore then. Although there's still, there's still some issues out here. Ooh, check it out. Pro dodges. Alan Wake's starting to get better at this whole not getting killed by haunted objects thing. I'm absolutely going to get walloped here. Nope, we're fine, we're fine. It's interesting that that object seems to be too heavy for the Dark Presence to wield effectively when it threw a train car at us earlier.
I needed a light to destroy them to get through.
Yes, thank you, Alan. I understand how the mechanics work. He's like, hey, dummy, did you know that light is sometimes it's about lights. Also, I'm still having that thing. It probably isn't quite as obvious as it used to be because I'm so much better at handling it. But I'm still having that thing where the side-to-side movement does not move the camera a consistent amount. And it's very annoying. It's annoying every time it happens. Did we pick up a page and never read it?
Hartman followed the fall of Alan Wake with his binoculars. When the rider hit the water, he ordered Jack to take the boat to him. The spot was easy to see in the dark, even with all the extra lights in the boat. The flare floated and kept burning even in the water. Jack turned the radio louder as the engine sputtered. The music was rough and clanking, something the Anderson brothers would no doubt have enjoyed. But Hartman chose to ignore it. Wake was finally within his reach.
Okay, so that makes 100% certain Hartman does know about the Dark Presence, because the only reason that Wake was falling into the water was because he got swept up by the Dark Presence and Hartman was watching. I don't think there was a lot of ambiguity there, but now there's none.
Agent Nightingale stared at the passed-out rider. The man was sleeping off one hell of a night. Nightingale felt a stab of envy at Wake's oblivion, but he had a job to do. He put the gun to Wake's head and almost became a murderer. His hand shook and his throat felt tight and dry. Biting his teeth, he tried again to pull the trigger. He lost the nerve. Wake stirred. Nightingale would have to settle for an arrest.
That's a pretty handy trick. If you ever end up in a place to author your own reality, just write a couple of pages about how nobody can ever manage to kill you.
I hoped there'd still be a working generator somewhere around here to power up the old lights by the gate.
Yeah, I get the idea. Okay, now what? Do I... Oh, that was not ideal. I guess faster than walking over there. Well, first of all, hooray, health. No, in fact, it is not not regenerating my health at all. And then we gotta turn this somehow. I'll be honest with you. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, that thing's very energetic. I'll be honest with you. My first thought was, oh, maybe we can find something shiny and I could, like, redirect it. You know, like a tilted mirror.
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
Trust no one in the dark. I mean, listen, it's pretty obvious the people that I can't trust. Because they're the ones raving like lunatics with scary dark voices. I guess the person who left all the paint instructions behind for us, maybe was having a harder time telling. It's like, I don't know, man. They sound just like people. They say all the stuff that people would ordinarily say. Oh man, he's right. One, two, three. Oh. Alright, well, that's not ideal. No, Alan, stop touching the thing. This is not the time. Why can't I get him to focus the flashlight? There we go. This is definitely made more difficult by the fact that he didn't want to focus the flashlight for a while there. Oh god. This is so clumsy. Again, though, I kind of like it. It's so different from the way you usually feel in a video game. I think I'm gonna make it. Oh, I dodged bad. But what if I dodge bad? Oh god. Aha! My health is regenerating too fast for you to kill me now. Jesus. It's like a pretty cool sequence, honestly. So that path doesn't actually go anywhere. I guess we're going this way. They could turn down the bloom effect like a little bit, because it's actually very hard to see what is forward when you're in the lights.
A car was driving away from the farm, headed in the same general direction as I was. For all I knew, it was Barry, caught in the consequences of leaping before looking.
Or it was the guy from that manuscript page desperately fleeing from Barry, as we all have done so many times in the past. Okay, can we get in the tent? Is there anything fun in the tent? Ooh, there's a fancy lantern. Can I take that? Nope, of course not. Heavy duty. Yes. Give flashlight. You gotta hold the button down for like a really long time. You know what they say, heavy is good. Heavy is reliable. If it doesn't work, you can always hit him with it. Wait. Did I see another flicker? Nope, I think I was just seeing that boot. Okay. Let's move on.
The car was heading for the cabin up ahead. It wasn't far. If it was Barry, I would see the damage soon.
Okay. That's a weird way to phrase that. Well, I'm glad that gate got possessed by the evil, because I did not have a way to open it otherwise. Okay, it looks like there's nothing over here. Just trying to be thorough. Okay, hide a sneaky thing? No, okay. I would have hidden a sneaky thing. What are these game developers thinking, not doing exactly what I would do? Oh, this is weird.
I'm trying to deliver each page to the right time and place. I'm trying to show you how the story goes.
I had seen glimpses of the light before. I had seen it in my dream. It was a strange spaceman or a diver in a bulky suit. He was the one who'd been placing the pages on my path.
A strange spaceman. Okay, we did see a picture of the diver in the bulky suit at the island, right? In the cabin. I was thinking right there that the voice kind of sounded like Alan's own voice, just obviously through some distortion effects, but maybe maybe not. Maybe I'm leaping at
The
nothing there.
dark presence followed the choreography laid out to it in the manuscript, growing stronger and stronger, moving like a storm from one scene of destruction to the next. But it was still bound to follow the story and chained to the dark place it came from. When the story reached the end it longed for, it would finally be free.
Because, presumably because it has gotten Alan Wake to write that it will be free when it gets to the end. I'm not 100% clear on how how all of the supernatural mechanics here work. Let's just try to be careful. Usually, flashy thingies, good. Right now, do not touch flashy thingy. Do not like the bear trap sections. I've always had, like, listen, I play a lot of violent video games. Probably those of you who've been around here for a while know. Usually, video game violence doesn't bother me. I don't have the same visceral reaction to it that I have to real-world violence. But that foot in the bear trap thing, no, that always gets me right in the part of my body that's just above the ankle. You know, some people might call it a leg. That's a lot of fancy medical talk, in my opinion. I call it my ankle uppers. Is that a bear trap or a page? It is a page just on the ground like a bear trap. I do not like this. They're just messing with us at this point.
The storm raged on as the Anderson brothers walked unsteadily away from the clinic with the other patients in tow, knowing that this time they wouldn't return. The darkness around them seethed with horrors, but Tor and Odin were unafraid. Their eyes glinted with guile. They knew every secret path, and there was blood on their hands. They had fought these shades before.
And also probably they had killed a nurse by hitting her in the head with a hammer, so that blood as well. Oops. Oh no, the killer's definitely going to hear that. Give shotgun?
Someone
Okay,
had
there we
left
go.
a gun behind. Now I had a fighting chance of reaching the farm.
It's a good gun, too. Who's just walking around with a shotgun and leaving a bunch of boxes of ammunition all over the place? I guess it could be Magic Diver Lightman. Also, I kind of feel like the game shouldn't have told us that. We shouldn't have had Alan tell us that diving suit thing. It should have, like, made that easier to discover. So I don't feel like that's information I actually have, you know? Alright, the things I will go through for a coffee thermos. It seems like the closer Alan is to a wall... Also, this is not where I was supposed to be. The closer Alan is to a wall, the weaker the camera turning motion is. Alan, just get up on the thing. There we go. Yeah, like it turns around way more when we're out in the open, and it's not just when the camera is being pressed in by the wall. It's like if Alan's front is near the wall, yeah. See this? That is the same motion as this. I don't know what the hell is going on with this thing. I'm starting to think this port might not be very good. Okay, what is forward at this point? Climbed up in there, but we're probably just supposed to go past for the critical path. Nope, this is a great big cliff wall. This way's just backwards, right? This is just going to take us back into the bear traps. It is the direction of the marker, though. Oh, and we got a checkpoint. I don't know. Assuming I can't climb that. Alan, why'd you stop? Oh, I see. There's a very, very small branch near me. I can't see anything. Oh, I have flares. Okay. Okay. That was very unpleasant. I missed that bear trap there by about a quarter inch. Have we seen the enemies be affected by the traps? Is that a thing that happens? So I would love to use the traps against them if they actually work. Alright. That feels a little unsporting. Look at the dodge. I definitely almost got hit by that one. This guy is actually the smartest enemy we've faced yet. Man, if they start thinking about how light works and, like, actually dodging the beam in intelligent ways, we are totally screwed. Okay, I think maybe I need to do more running and less fighting. Ow. I'm getting real ammo concerned. Don't step in the trap. Okay, just keep them slowed, keep them staggered, and do a lot of running. Oh, Jesus. Okay. that was a little closer than it should have been. Everything's fine. I am definitely still alive. Alright, I'm just going to wait for my flashlight to refill the rest of the way, and then we're going to go ahead and get a move on here. This could maybe be a process that happens a little bit faster. Like maybe when you're in the
I could see the car,
in the light.
but there was no sight of the driver.
Well, I'm sure nothing untoward will happen in this spooky cabin.
Hello? Anybody here? Barry!
No! Danny, you're not! Please!
Oh, Danny, hold on. We know who that is.
No! Don't! I'm sorry!
Listen, I hate to be like this, but I'm pretty sure I saw a coffee thermos, and we all know that me getting up there quicker is not actually going to affect anything. I think what I thought was a coffee thermos was the shotgun ammo on the table there, but I still did get a thermos out of it. Alright, I'm sorry I didn't come save you, but let's be honest, we all know it couldn't have happened. What, Alan, why snap your angle way back over there?
I know you. You were in jail the other day.
I went to the farm again for the moonshine, you know? It makes you
Ah, yep.
They're not gonna miss it. They're in the loony bin. But my buddy, Danny, I lost him. Something's gone wrong with him. It's not him. Like a real bad follow-up to a real good movie. The best friend's suddenly the bad guy. Who wrote this crap anyway?
Is that a specific reference? I don't know what movie he's making a reference to there. Well, that's ugly. Wow, we got a lot of revolver ammo still in our pocket, apparently.
I've run through every possible course in my head. If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story, and it's going to kill her, and me, and everybody in this town. No one will survive. Darkness will consume everything. This is what it's wanted all along. It will be free, unstoppable. It used Alice to get to me, dangled her in front of me to keep me going. It was never going to release her. I'm going to change this. I'll escape. I've written myself into the story. I'm now the protagonist. This feels
It's a real hack
like a
move.
risk, but it's the only way to save Alice. I'll be bound by the events of the story just as much as anyone else who's been woven into it. The story must stay true for this to work. There have to be victims along the way, near escapes, cliffhangers. In a horror story, it can't be certain that the hero will succeed or even survive. He almost has to die. I'll write my own escape into the story next. I need help. Zane's going to be the one who'll help me. I'll make it happen.
He almost has to die is, grammatically speaking, very similar to he has to almost die. Meaningfully, though, quite different, and I'm concerned. I don't know whether that was a little bit of sloppy language or maybe the other thing, the thing I like less. Is that broken glass in here? Okay. Alright, I guess I agree pretty much.
Let me guess. Danny, huh?
Who, for some reason, had gotten back outside.
The
I mean,
front
listen,
door was
he's
locked.
given us a lot of valuable things to think about, right? In terms of pets and whatnot.
The farm was still a good distance away. I'd need a car to get there fast.
I am so much not a fan of the driving. Let's just make sure we're not missing any coffee thermoses or anything. Or, you know, manuscript pages. Wait, where's the... Oh, it's sitting here on the floor. I stepped right on it.
For a moment, Hartman considered strangling the idiot. Mott was mean-spirited, but easily manipulated. An emotional infant who lived for his approval. Wake, by contrast, was a far more difficult subject. Mott had given him too much leash. In 2 days, who knew what could happen? Hartman would have to find a way to rein him in, and quickly.
Well, it did not go quite the way he was hoping, I think. Alright, no yellow arrows or anything. I guess it's time to just get in the car. Yeah, really, really not looking forward to the driving. Although I do appreciate the big moves they let you make with the back of the car. Hold on, is there a way into the basement? Does it look like there's... No. Not look like there's anything in there. The cars in this game do have a very satisfying bootlegger's turn.
He was probably in trouble down at the farm. For a moment, I felt bad for doubting him. After all, I made it this far myself. But
Hold
Barry
up.
was Barry.
It's a little ambiguous, but I think what he means there is Barry was Barry, so screw him. Listen, I'm not saying I want him to die, but if he happens to die, you know, it's just the story taking its course. It's a story that I wrote so that my manager dies. I have no idea where we're going. Seems like a place where there might be a thing, though. Aha. I know the arrow wants us to go inside, but I'm looking for ambushes. You can never be too careful when it comes to terrifying magic. Ooh, flashbangs. Very useful. Is there anything fun upstairs? Nope, nothing at all. Okay, definitely worth the stop off, though. I'm a little concerned about this fork in the road that we've just driven past. Like, do I need to go check what's down the other way? I guess what's down the other way is probably the farm, huh? Which would mean this is more likely to not be the critical path, so let's keep going this way. Then again, we've seen a couple of the areas here have some, like, looping structures, so you can take multiple paths to the same place. Well, I mean, you know, we gotta go up there and look. And then maybe we'll swap into that other car, which might be faster. I don't know. I think, given the, given what feels like a relatively small amount of work on the vehicles, work is not fair. What seems to be a relatively thin mechanical system is what I really mean. I can't imagine that the cars are too different from one another. Do I want to switch to the hunting rifle? 8 rounds for the shotgun. Yeah, we're going to end up with more here after grabbing these.
Well, as I'm sure everyone's noticed, that storm we all felt coming is finally here. The boys at the Weather Service reckon it'll last until morning at the very least. Pertaining to that, let me read that missing persons alert again. The Sheriff's Department's still looking for a Caucasian woman, 30 years old, slim and blonde with blue eyes. She may be lost in the woods, and it's possible she's been injured in a car accident. If you see her, please make sure you get her indoors and call the sheriff. It's bad weather to be caught out in, so if you see someone in the area who maybe looks a little confused, give him a hand, all right? This is Pat Maine on KBF FM, hoping you're all safe and warm tonight.
I'm so happy we didn't accidentally get Pat shot. Okay. Just let that swing closed naturally, I guess. Alright, we're definitely taking the car. I don't trust this truck. I may be counting my chickens before they're hatched a little bit here. I mean, this shouldn't, in theory, be too difficult, because he doesn't really have a lot of app. He can just walk up to you and hit you with the butt of his weapon. Ah, we're gonna have to flashlight. Oh no, we didn't have to. I would have been fine not inserting batteries there, I think. His darkness broke right before I actually hit the button. Ah well, it's not like we're in any danger of running out. It's probably, if you take that other path, you just end up at this, that little side road we just crossed. We definitely were rewarded. Whoa! Nope, everything's fine. Everything's fine. I mean, we don't have to hit these guys with our car, but if I don't hit them with my car now, who knows how dangerous they'll be in the future. And you know how Alan Wake loves him a murder. Let's try that again. There we go. Oop, that's not exactly the smooth turnaround I was looking for. Well, I guess if we hadn't killed all these guys, then they could have tried to grab us here. So the real lesson we're learning from Alan Wake is if you are ever in a situation where you think you might have to kill someone, yeah, just go ahead and kill them. You know, just to be safe. This is going to take a minute, I can see. Actually, that wasn't really all that bad. Dramatic dodge. Alright, again, I'm probably being too cautious with our batteries. Like, here's the thing. Your health just regenerates constantly, and also every time you touch a light. Not so for the batteries. I often feel like it's right to trade a little bit of health for a little bit of light. Doesn't look like we can jam through here. Okay, where am I? Ah. Probably through the big gap in the fence, if I had to guess. Oh, that's the sick dragon. Oh, look at that dragon! Let's go say hi to the dragon. I mean, we got other stuff to do, but let's go say hi to the dragon.
I'd known the brothers used to be some kind of rock stars, but it hadn't really sunk in until I saw the stage.
Alan, you are not good at listening.
Ow! Run! Incoming! There's too many of them!
That's a pretty cool power slide, Barry.
I'm so glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Bronson.
Shut up and shoot.
Oh, I'm very pleased. This is good.
Ow! We have to fight them off. I can set off more of the fireworks from here and help you out.
Okay, well, feel free to start helping at any time.
Ammo and stuff around? This place is stocked. Oh, hold on.
Ow, ow, ow. Yeah, like, contribute. Stop yelling at me and contribute. Do you still have these flags? Actually, yeah, let's... That get any of the guys on the ground? Yes, it did. That was quite effective, actually.
Here we go.
Yes.
Rally Wheeler to the rescue.
Actually, yeah, thank you very much, Barry. You're very helpful. Alright, don't dance, though. Maybe you can still be doing stuff.
Damn turn of the century wiring. Hang on now. I'll get them working again. I promise.
Oh, Jesus. That guy just hard missed me while I was standing still. So once again, you know, getting a lot of value out of having incompetent opponents. Oh, I didn't even see that one. I need to be a little bit more aware. You know, you often get a lot of warning, audio warning, as the enemies approach. The sounds they make are getting kind of drowned out by the music. So keep an eye on them. They're going to try to sneak around and approach. Ooh, a heavy-duty lantern. We'll get right on that. It's actually, well, it's very slightly busy. There it is. Okay, that seems like a good idea. Ow. Also looking around. Looking around would be a good idea. Just occasionally, you know?
Yes. Ow! Stay in the light.
I'm a little disappointed, though, that the dragon's not playing a bigger role. It is a very cool dragon, don't get me wrong.
Oh no! Why do you keep doing this to me? Barry, please, please, please.
I'm just gonna fall back for a second. I don't even know. So they're afraid to move up on the stage. So it seems like it's pretty safe for us to let the light meter refill naturally here. As long as Barry's got the pyro going. Oh, well, I think I was safe until I dodged. I may have dodged into that. This lantern is very effective. Also, I am out of ammo.
This is pretty much how I always wanted to go out.
This one has rifle ammo in it, right? Yeah, here we go.
Ow! This may be the most awesome moment of our entire lives.
You are killing the mood a little bit, Barry. Stop acknowledging it. Who do you think you are, Jesse Faden? Oh, I need to get ammo in gun. Okay. Had to panic a little bit on that one. Oh, sweet, sweet beam of light. Okay. Ooh. Oh, actually, he was unmade by the presence of my rock. There's a shotgun over here, right? Nope, there's ammo. Yeah, here we go. I think that's going to be pretty good. Boy, this thing is really not optimally effective at this range. Ooh, that's not ideal. Well, whatever. We probably didn't need that shed.
That was awesome!
Right Falls,
It's just-
rock and roll capital of America.
It's just less charming when Barry does it than it was when Jesse did it, that's all. It's very sparky over here. Are you sure this is a good idea? I'm a little worried about getting electrocuted by the fence there. Seemed like a lot of power was still running. There's so much area we're not exploring.
Bestseller, no reason to worry. Your cutout's good as new, right where I left it. I'll come back for it once we have the place secured.
Yeah,
Yeah, you better.
That's been my biggest worry all this time.
It is starting to grow
We
on
need
me
to
a
get
little.
this thing moved out of the way.
This is as far as I got before they ambushed me.
Okay, well, that's very conspicuous, so we need to get up there. That was cool. It's no ashtray maze, but it was cool. Like, it would have been better for me personally if the music had been a little heavier, you know.
Hey, I think Alan
Oh,
Wake here has something
Alan.
to say. What's that, Al?
Ooh, I'm Alan Wake. I'm always right about everything. And if I don't get my way, I'll sulk all day long.
Barry, you see I got a gun, right?
Moody. It makes me very attractive and mysterious.
Oh, he's right, I am attractive, though.
Here because I need my best friend Barry to carry me. But that's okay. I can just take him for granted.
I think I see
Also
what you did
true.
there.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
You want me to do my imitation of Barry Wheeler? No? Thought so.
Let's be honest. Alan has definitely done a shitty impression of Barry to Barry's face at some point during their relationship. Okay, walk very slowly, because Alan's extremely slippery. He is not wearing the right shoes for this kind of work. Makes me real nervous that that's just, like, right up there. Is that gonna... Okay. I could have just run through.
You look at that thing, Al! They really went all out with this Viking crap, didn't they? Look at all this stuff. They must have done okay for themselves, so how come I never heard of these guys before?
And this from the guy who learned about Ozzy Osbourne through reality TV?
Oh god, I'd forgotten about that. Curse you, Alan Wake, for reminding me. Yeah, the hunting rifle's definitely just a better gun than the shotgun, but I think we were right to discard our hunting rifle. Now that they're giving me so much ammo for it, I'm wondering if they're going to give us another one, or... No, okay. There's shotgun ammo, too.
Sleep. We all spend a
Oh,
third of our
Night
dreams in
Springs.
its soft embrace,
Man,
somewhere
brings back
between
memories.
fantasy and
Hey,
oblivion.
remember when I got you that gig?
But
Your
dreams
first
have a
real
way of
writing
forcing
job. What got you
themselves into
started?
waking life,
Was this one of your
or
episodes?
Vice versa.
That's interesting.
Night Springs. Tonight's episode: The Dream of Dreams.
That's by someone else.
We join Mr. Jones as he explores the endless dreamscape, only to be brought to a sudden stop by a decidedly mundane situation. A long line of people.
Hey, Jones, right? Listen, we're gonna have to wait until his highness over there is good and ready. Oh, wow. Who's that? You don't know him? What are you, new? He's the guy dreaming us. Well, not just us. He dreams everything. All of this.
But wait, no. I'm the one who's dreaming.
Oh, wow.
Isn't this my dream?
Oh, yeah. Sure. Get real, pal. You're just another dream. I'm a dream. You're a dream. The weirdo in the diving suit is a dream. And the girl made of smiles and sunshine is definitely a dream.
But I'm pretty sure I'm dreaming this.
Well, maybe you're a really confused dream. What am I, a shrink? All I know is I'm going with the smart guys, and they say that's the guy doing the dreaming. Right there.
I don't know what that means.
It means we keep him happy. No sudden falls. We make sure he has his clothes on when he goes out in public. No chases where the monster is nipping at his heels and he runs like crazy, but his legs don't seem to get him anywhere. None of that. Because if he wakes up in a cold sweat...
Oh.
Yeah, precisely. So we wait till he wants to move on. Keep things nice and calm.
Hey, something's happening here.
Yeah? What's that?
What? Can't you hear that?
Oh, God help us, it's an alarm clock. Oh, it's you, isn't it? Please, man, I got a wife and kids. Please don't wake.
What if Alan Wake is only The man who can write the story because somebody else wrote the story about the man who could write the story. And oh man. Have we actually read any of Zane's poetry? Do we know that this isn't what it was about? Doesn't look like there's a ton of stuff of value in here. I mean, this thing's glowing like the sun. But aside from this...
1976. Madness reigns at the Anderson farm. Contrary to all logic, the headiest ingredient of their moonshine is unfiltered water from Cauldron Lake. The Andersons feel like gods. Odin can't stop laughing. He contemplates cutting his eye out. Tor runs across the field, naked, shrieking, hammer in his hand, trying to catch lightning. Their songs have power. Something ancient is stirring in the depths, coming back.
Probably just the whales. Metal music is always about whales for some reason.
The Viking boat looked imposing, almost like a battering ram.
Viking boat looked imposing, almost like a plot device. Be awed by celestial wrath and fury. So... this tour did happen, I guess? So wait, the island disappeared early in it was 1970, right? I guess this gives us a little bit more timeline on exactly what order all of the events occurred in. The island disappeared in 1970, and the Old Gods of Asgard were on tour in 75. It does mean that I have misunderstood the timeline between them and Zane a little bit, though. I think it's probably for the best we keep using the serious weapons for the moment. Just a lot of enemies, you know? Okay, I definitely could have done some of that with the revolver. Wait, how did I even get up here? There we go. What is this guy doing? Oh god, he's got boss motion. It's a tough one to keep an eye on. We should probably put him down, right? And actually, this is probably a good kind of fancy weapon situation here. Oh, he's so close. Okay. Take that, mid-boss. Oh, I thought this was going to be like a readable piece of paper. You know, just random sheet metal. So he probably could have used the light coming off of those. Oh, not ideal. I wonder if we can use the truck to kill some of these guys, maybe? If it's actually ever going to fly at us. I tried to dodge at the last minute there. No such luck. Okay, no, they are not afraid to walk right up to this. Also, cannot dodge in the direction that the shovel is coming at your face from. That does not help. Okay, so we really do have to take this guy down, though. It would be a real bad idea to leave him up to chase us as we progress toward that large group of enemies, I think. Look at this cowardice. Running around at the speed of dark. Would you stop doing that? I do appreciate you dying right on top of the revolver ammo box, though. Okay. Let's try this again. Definitely going big gun for this next part. Also gotta let Alan recover. I ran 8 feet, so of course he's winded. Okay. It's one thrower down. Oof. Dodging is useless. I'm gonna try to separate this guy from the rest of them. Okay. Wish that I still had flashbangs left. Ah, God. Too many throwers. Having to dodge a lot of projectiles here. Also, this is a problem. Ow. No fair hitting me with stuff while I have a flare out. Okay, that's gonna help a lot. Okay. Exactly ran out of good gun ammo, so hopefully that'll be the last of that. I do wish that Alan was better at focusing the flashlight while you're just moving around. I probably don't need to be so stingy with the batteries here. Okay, and that is not, in fact, a coffee thermos at all. What a disappointment. Nope, that's just an object that illuminates in kind of a goofy way. With the light right on it, it's hard to tell that it's not a manuscript page. So where the hell did Barry go? Oh, there he is. Not a word about all the stuff that's happening, huh?
Wow! Those geezers had quite a production going on. Ooh, you know what, Al? If we make it through this alive, I'm gonna start representing them. Yep, sell this stuff online, maybe get a reality show going, release a new single.
Good luck with that, pal.
Hey, you find us a way out of here, okay? I'm gonna take a closer look at this stuff.
Just use our natural Alan Wake tantrum powers to get through this door.
Be careful, Al!
Thank you, Barry. He really, he's trying. He's doing his best. He's not great at showing human emotions, so this has been a real strain for him. That was actually really scary. I got very startled there. I guess startling more than scary, because those are not the same thing.
Keep your eyes open, okay?
Okay, no manuscript pages or anything. I do wonder, not to break up the momentum or anything, but 55 of 100 thermoses found, 63 of 106 manuscript pages. So we're not as close to the end as I was thinking. I was thinking it felt like we were getting somewhere with the areas becoming larger and more complex, and the rock and roll thing having happened, and that's not a letter at all over there. Okay. Then again, maybe we are really close to the end, and I've just missed a whole lot of thermoses. Definitely also possible.
As you regular listeners know, I tend to work through the night, but I'm not the only one. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton are taking a couple of moments off their busy schedule to join me here in the studio. Boys, how busy are you now? Deerfest is almost here, isn't it? I bet that keeps you in business.
Pretty busy, yeah. Actually, Pat, we've been real busy with other stuff, which concerns an ongoing investigation. We can't talk about that, Thornton.
I wasn't gonna say anything. I was just saying we got, other irons to fry.
And how would you compare your workload to last year's? Things have seemed relatively peaceful to me, but people do tend to get a little wild this time of year.
Oh, it's wild, Pat. It's pretty wild. There's been all sorts of trouble this year. Vandalism, fighting, public disturbances. A lot of people gone missing, too.
Yeah, it's pretty much the usual stuff, Pat. Just, a lot more of it.
Now, is it just me, or does Deerfest get wilder every year? People seem to be more drunk, at least, or they start earlier and younger.
Oh, it's definitely not just you, Pat, but...
Definitely, Pat.
Hey, I'm talking here, Thornton. Oh, shoot, I lost my train of thought.
Not just me.
Oh, yeah, it's wilder, Pat, but actually most of the trouble seems to be coming from grown men. People who ought to know better, you know? Kids are doing fine this year.
Well, that's nice to hear at least. Boys, I want to thank you for stopping by. I'll let you get back to your patrol.
Sure thing, Pat.
Yeah, sure thing, Pat.
You know, now that he mentions it, the trouble has all been from grown men, hasn't it been? Like, we saw Rose get taken over by the Dark Presence, but she definitely wasn't as dangerous as any of the men who have been, and every random enemy we've run into has been a man. No boys, no women. And every like major plot character that we know that's been interfered with by the Dark Presence, Odin and Thor and Thomas. I wonder why there are no women. Maybe the Dark Presence doesn't work on them? Maybe it would have been a lot of trouble to build any more models, you know?
It wasn't far now. I wasn't worried about trusting the ramblings of two burned-out geriatric wrecks. They had the goods.
And listen, after seeing that dragon, I'm ready to trust them with my life. No one who owns a cool animatronic dragon can be anything other than on the up and up. Well, this is a worrying piece of farm equipment here. Do not come to life on me.
Got to be kidding me.
Yep, okay. Well. It's me. I'm defeating the Harvester. It's actually going really well so far. Like, weirdly well. This is actually not that hard. Oh, hey, how's it going? Ow. In case you were wondering, no, the dodge doesn't really work if you're holding the flashlight out when you press the button. I really thought that harvester thing was going to be a much bigger deal. You know, these guys do have a voice effect that's pretty similar to the hiss whispers, I'm just noticing. It's like the way the distortion effect is crafted. Not really worth all the dramatic camera zooming for just a totally normal enemy. Is there actually... Oh no, okay, here we go. I was gonna say, there can't be nothing to do in here, the way our attention was drawn to this place so clearly. Or maybe there actually isn't? Why did I need to come up here? I guess this gets me on the other side of the fence. Okay. Then we go in here, maybe? To reset anything? Those are just the meters. There are no controls for the electricity on there. I had not yet even figured out that I needed silo keys. Yeah, that harvester was, kind of not much of a fight, huh? Well... Got some silo keys, I guess. Let's go...
Al? Is that you out there, buddy?
Yeah, it's me. Hang on.
Hey, let's go, man.
Alright, thanks. Good advice. Solid contribution as always, Barry.
I think we're gonna have to work together to open this gate, Al. Looks pretty heavy. Ah! Hey, I think that's the farm on the other side of the field. We're almost there. This farm is a crazy place for crazy people.
We should feel right at home then.
Alright, you just hold on a second, Bear. I'll be right with you. Definitely hearing footsteps. I think they just play footstep sounds a lot. There were also a lot of walking around footsteps sounds playing behind us during that last radio transmission. I was trying not to panic, but it's definitely creepy. Old gods know the truth. Well, that's, again, the graffiti person being just, like, slightly behind the main plot. Alright, fingers crossed we go inside the farm here and Lamp Lady's just waiting in there to explain everything to us and give us some kind of incredible light-based weapon. Maybe a hard light laser or something.
The lights are out. I guess we better check the fuse box.
What do you think the odds are power out here works at all in any way? That's... what even are... ooh. Those are fireworks. That could be a solution to our problem. You just light off fireworks 24 hours a day, every day, for the rest of your life.
The power downstairs was out, but I was sure I could fix that at the fuse box.
I can't play more sweet music until we fix the thing. What's this? Oh, just the bathroom coffee. No bathroom coffee like everyone has. Could it be upstairs or Barry? Alright. Back up. Barry just needs to use the bathroom.
This looks kind of lived in. I thought the Andersons were in the booby hatch.
Again, Alice's screams rang in the stillness of the night. I saw myself run toward the cabin, flashlight in my hand. I followed my past self. I was an out-of-body observer, a time traveler in a crazy drunken dream. This was the beginning. The night Alice had disappeared. The mystery of what had happened during the missing week was about to reveal itself. Yeah, I don't think they keep too close an eye on them at the clinic. They seem to slip away a lot so they can get wasted.
Let's get the lights on, huh? No kidding. Those guys sound awesome.
Barry's having a little bit of trouble focusing on the flow of the conversation here. Aha, there we go. It's actually kind of hard to see things sometimes because the flashlight is so bright.
Can you hear that, Al? Music?
Of course. We need to find where it's coming from. That's the message the Andersons talked about. That's the whole reason we're here.
Lady of the Light? Oh, that's gotta be... what's-her-face, the crazy lamp lady from the town.
Cynthia Weaver.
Right. Must be.
I'm going to be honest with you, this doesn't exactly sound like them. You know, they've got range, that's all it is.
Okay. We need to find Cynthia Weaver. We'll stay here for the night and head back to town as soon as it gets light.
Hey, Al. Lots of hours before dawn. Might as well get some rest. And by rest, I mean drunk.
Come on, Barry, this is... yeah, what the hell?
Wow, this took zero convincing. Should we be drinking that stuff?
I'm sorry about this. No, seriously, because I know we don't get along, but we're gonna find her, right? Even though you're a crazy bastard, I'm gonna stick by you, no matter what, ever, Al. Sure, like a brother.
I'm a writer, goddammit.
Correct.
If I just wanted to, I could write 10 books a year. And they beat the best books that year.
No, you couldn't.
That's right, I couldn't. But I could, because I'm a writer.
What? What do they put in this stuff? I feel like
What
my
indeed?
brain is coming out of my nose. I'm gonna get the recipe off those coots and be a booze millionaire.
I just miss her, Barry. I just want her here with me.
I know, Al. I know. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna make it okay.
He's just... Oh, he's not the one snoring, is he? I was gonna say, he's just sitting there snoring with his eyes wide open. Alright, we like that shot a lot. Let's recycle it real quick. Oh, wait, and Alan was dead all along. Okay.
Alice, I'm coming. It's all right. I'm coming.
It was a crazy drunken dream, and yet it was more than that. It was the truth, a suppressed memory unearthed by the Andersons' moonshine. I was there, an out-of-body observer. This was the night Alice and I had arrived at Bright Falls, the night Alice had disappeared. I had a chance to find out what had happened.
And we totally will. Tomorrow. We are out of time, though, for today. That is going to have to be it for us for now. Thank you all so much for watching. I am really, really digging this. I'm having a... I don't want to...
Beyond this lost memory, there was
Okay,
nothing.
Alan. Hush up. I don't want to oversell it. Because, like, the moment-to-moment gameplay of the combat is just fine. But... all of the stuff around it, I'm really, really enjoying. I'm feeling very pulled forward by this, and again, a little bummed out that we have to stop. But come back next time tomorrow, it sounds like. Big revelations ahead. And we'll see you then.